Hello and welcome back to Factorio Fixit. My name's Negative Root and let's get cracking. Today we're playing a factory by Shorty named Schortys Island. Now he sent me an email. Ooh, interesting spawn. Let's just jump out of the map view. Okay. Schortys Island. So here's what he sent me. Hey dude, in the attachments I added the slave of my most recent factory. Surely there will be some things for you to fix, but I have to note some things. 1. I decided not to go for solar panels. I think they make the game too easy. 2. I decided not to use efficiency modules. The same reasoning as above. 3. Just to limit myself further, I only want to build on my starting island. When you take a look at the map, you'll see what I mean. Of course, it is allowed to build mining outposts and railways outside of the starting island. Here are the next steps I would take. Get myself some more copper. I have too little raw oil and I need processing units, therefore I need more advanced circuits, and for them I need oil. Refer point number 2. Number 4, maybe assemble myself some modules, capsules or a power armor. Thank you for having a look at this. Okay, so there is the map. Looks like we've got a few outposts going on, which is nice. A bit of copper there. Looks like that's being, I don't know, shipped in of some description. How is that being brought in? This is a very, very cool spawn, I just want to say. And I can see why he would, Shorty would say, look, I'm not going to go outside the island. Oh, that is perfect. Underwater belts, that is what's up. That's brilliant. I'm liking it. So, I think the processing units are probably going to be the only things that we can actually handle in this playthrough. Nice big buffer there. Yikes. Okay, 3-to-2 circuit build, and that's just throwing it directly into the logistics network. Okay, that's fair enough. See, effect transmission being built right now. We've got, ooh, okay. We'll just stop and we won't research anything for the moment. Okay, this is our iron processing, this is our copper processing. Okay, green circuits come out of there and down into this. Red circuit processing. Wonderful. That gets split out to our blue. Oh, okay. This is blue circuits. I'm sorry. Blue science. I'll get it right eventually. Okay. Blue science has been put on there. Red science is over here. Looks like all of that's been used very, very effectively. This is actually a very pretty build. Very, very pretty. Okay, old copper by the looks of it. It looks like it's just about out of puff. We have our coal. This would actually be a really interesting iron. Sorry, really interesting base to set up for trains. Okay. So it's doing our green circuits for us. It's really not going anywhere. Okay, so we've done a bit of a quick tour of the base. It looks like it's all working very nicely. We'll just have a look here and see what kind of restrictions are on this. 1,000. Yeah, you don't need that many. 20's probably fine. Now what I've got to do down here is put a bit of a restriction on the production of these things. So what we'll do is we'll just run along. Okay, we'll go with smart inserters here, 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 all the way along, and then we're going to set these to logistics conditions. And what that's going to do it's only going to work when there's 10 10 in the less than 10, sorry, in the logistics system. Here we go. Happy days. So once it hits 10, that's going to stop, which is exactly what we're after. Okie dokie. Some nice buffering here. That's interesting. That's actually an interesting way of balancing the belt. Okay. Well, let's work on some processing units, shall we? Now we've got our sulfuric acid just here. Okay, so that's important. And we've got a metric shit ton of landmines on this belt. Where are these nowhere, okay. I'll just pick all this up, because it's going to be in the way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the blue circuit build over here somewhere. Right, done. I don't know. Say 500? Yeah, that should do us. Brilliant. Have them. Okay, so this is our green circuits just here. Now the bugger is that it's all very tightly packed in. So to get it out, we're probably actually looking at running a spur off of here. Dang it. Okay. Landmines. Now I reckon that we had something like this sorting out our steel for this build. Now the steel was about 10, I'm thinking. Okay, brilliant. Now this we can sort out just by doing something like this. Okay, so that's one. Now our red circuits are unfortunately coming back this way. We'll just see where these blue science packs are being taken. So I would have thought that they would have been done by now. Nope, we're still filling up the buffer. That's a bugger. Okay. We'll just have to keep that going for a moment. What are these waiting for? Nothing really. Bit of plastic maybe. That's about it. What's the issue? Okay. So this is going to help matters a little bit. But only fractionally. It's kind of delaying the inevitable a little bit. insofar as you're eventually going to need more of the base product, which is in this case crude oil. Yep, so that's all that going through. Yep, the crude's going as fast as it can. There could probably be another one of these if we wanted to get really pedantic about things. We'd do something like that. Okay, there'd be more petroleum. Okay, more hard limits. This is the one biggest thing that I see in the factories, is that there are no hard limits. You should have logistics limits set, not the hard limits. The hard limits are bad. Okie dokie. Now what I need to do is I need to come up with a way of making processing units. Now ideally I don't actually want to use the logistics bots to do it. So the long story short is, yes, oil is a problem. Wonder if something like this would work. No, I don't like it. Now I'm making this up as I go along a little bit. Well, I'm making it up a lot as I go along. See what I can do, right? Yeah, like that'll work. Like that. Okay, so here's the processing unit build. We'll run with this. What we'll need to do is we'll just need to come up with a couple of things. Now, I don't think really there's a way around using logistics bots, which is the unfortunate thing. Oh, actually. Different approach. Okay. There we go. Now we can draw in our sulfuric acid from over here and get it in. And we've got our red circuits being sucked in. Okay, brilliant. Now I need to measure all of this out, so I'm thinking that I'll run that like that. Now I was thinking that ideally we'd like actually another row of these, so another 4 up here, doing the same thing, running off the same lines, but I don't think that's actually going to happen. The resource situation is quite dire. So I think that where this sets is will be sticking to a smaller build, and in return hoping to get a better efficiency out of it. It'll be slower, but hopefully it'll work as well. Okie dokie, so that's that. There's our processing unit build done. Just need to throw this into that. Now what we'll do is we'll just limit this on the inflow, okay? Because that'll give us a tighter control. And I want it to work when there's less than 1,000. And what we'll rely on, I fully shift click that. What we'll rely on is the ability of this factory to work over a long period of time, rather than doing a lot in a short period of time. We're going to rely that it's going to actually, basically come up with the goods over time. Passive provider, that'd be right. Passive provider. Right. Okay, wonderful. There we go. So that's our build done for processing units. That's all fixed. I think that this factory demonstrates a good understanding of the game by Shorty. He knows what's how to do things. He's got a couple of really nice builds, some good buffer storage happening. His production stats, they look good. They look real nice. His numbers are solid, which is the key to doing to playing well. And I think that moving forward, what he'll have to do is probably look at combining a few of these things up, because right now there's things being run over here and this is on a different bus, so that's a bit of a major issue that will need to be corrected. It may be quite a major flaw in the entire factory design. You'll notice that everything is being bussed quite currently. I think another mistake here is actually taking batteries further than this. You're probably not going to need them any further than here, but I'll leave that. If you were to connect this copper bus up over here, you're going to end up with some huge lag time between here and the later parts of the factory. Those would be my thoughts about that. I don't think there's really anything. Well, actually, see, I tell a lie. Research is being run off this, as well as some green circuits. Luckily, the green circuits aren't being used at the moment, but this will be a problem that compounds itself. Right now, it's running on buffer storage, which is props. That's exactly how it's supposed to work. I don't think much of the combination, though. The way all of that's combined is a bit funky. Anyway, so yeah, that would be something that I would look at fixing. Yeah, I think we'll call it quits here. I don't think there's any real need for me to come back to this factory. Sorting out that this separate bus issue is a big one. It's definitely a big issue. But I think that's one for Shorty, because it's going to require pretty much a full redesign of the base. I'll get into the map here. Because right now this is copper, and this is science. So running copper all the way down and around and then up into science, that's going to add a whole heap of lag time. And really you want your science close to the beginning, and generally you want to keep your iron kind of bus line very close to your beginning, so that you know where everything's coming from, which just makes things simpler. Something I would probably do is reverse this line, see if I could get it, you know, out here and plugged in here somewhere. That would probably be the easiest way of going. That would get these furnaces working in this direction. And then I would look at running a separate line from here of copper up into the north. Okay, so just direct from here up into here to try and get this science running independently. We have this is all making steel over here. That's something I would get rid of, because all the things requiring steel are actually on this side of the factory down here, so I'd ditch that and see if I could move it down here somewhere. Those be my thoughts about this factory. All in all, a very, very good effort by Shorty. He should be very, very pleased about this this save. And he's got some really nice rules. I like how he's set some rules for himself, so no solar, no building outside the main island. He's got plenty of room here. But the shape will force him into some interesting builds. Now, if you'd like me to play your factory, be sure to email it through to me at rudenegative@gmail.com. I'd love to have a crack at it. Seeing if I could, you know, be of assistance at all. It doesn't matter what stage of the game you're up to. You can tell that this is quite a late game factory. And Shorty's got this thing pretty much on lock. He's not going to lose this from here, I don't think. But I'm happy to play the earlier games as well, because they're fun too. Until next time, thank you very much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.